Grief, we must understand, it is on many different levels. Somebody close to them died somewhere, they will feel this because within the body there is a certain process. Because what you call as a parent is the basis of this body. There is a very deep memory connection between the two. Death simply means somebody who was available to you is now absent, that's all. It is not because one life vanished, you're crying about it. It is just that somebody who was, filling a part of the collage for you is absent, so it leaves a hole in your life. Depending upon how close they were, accordingly it leaves that big a hole in your life. So, what you're battling with is not the death of a person, what you're battling with is the size of the hole they have left in your life. Suppose a faraway relative or a friend, somebody that you know, an acquaintance died, you feel bad for an hour and then you get back to normal. But somebody very close and dear to you passed away, now they've left a huge hole. So your problem is you trying to tend to this hole, which is within yourself. This hole has happened essentially. Now what I say may sound little brutal for people who are in that situation, but one must understand this. If you look for solace, yes, if somebody comes to me who have just lost somebody dear to them, I will also hug them and, protect them and give them some solace. But you must decide whether you want solace or you want a solution to your life. Because today this person will die, tomorrow that person will die, day after tomorrow I may die myself, it doesn't matter. But people keep dying because we are dying kind of people. Let's understand this, all of us, we are dying kind of people. First thing that must be fixed in our mind, we are mortal by nature. So having said that, grief, we must understand, it is on many different levels. There is a psychological grief. In thought and emotion you suffer the loss of the person. But depending upon how much memory you have built within your body with regard to that person, let's say if it's your child or your husband or your wife or some kind of very close bond, then a certain amount of memory is there in your body. We call this traditionally in the yogic culture as runanubandha, that is, body has developed a bond beyond your psychological friendships and companionships and love and whatever else you have. Body itself has done this. A whole lot of people feel this. Somebody close to them died somewhere, they have not received any information. Suddenly they feel their energies are gone and they're like, they don't know what's happened, but suddenly they're almost sick, they're feeling like that, completely drained out. Then after a few hours or few days, information comes that this person is dead. But well before the information came, they will feel this because within the body there is a certain process that the memory starts undoing itself and you feel like you're dumped. Your runanubandha with your parents or with your children is strongest till you're 21 years of age. Once you cross 21 years of age, it is called as the first quarter. In the yogic way of looking at it, 84 is the cycle of life. The first quarter is 21. Up to 21, if you lose a parent or if you lose a child below 21 years of age, the pain will not just be emotional, it'll be physical. It will manifest in the body because there is a strong runanubandha. But beyond 21, it is largely psychological and emotional. When we say runanubandha, what you suffer emotionally or psychologically, that's not what we're talking about. We are talking about physical memories. Bodies have memories. Because what you call as a parent is the basis of this body. There is a very deep memory connection between the two that is at its strongest till 21 years of age. Once you pass that, it is weakened. Is it gone? Not totally gone, weakened. Let us say you're 42 years of age and you're a man, then you still have a reasonably painful runanubandha. But let us say you're 42 years of age and you're a woman, your runanubandha is almost negligible. Not that it's not there, it's there, but very, very low. So, the suffering that you go through is largely emotional and psychological. If you're psychologically very stable, emotionally balanced, you will see you will handle it quite effortlessly because there is no physical turmoil going on in the system. But the same thing, if they lose their husband, that runanubandha is physically painful because that is a different type of runanubandha. A child below 7.5 years of age doesn't have much runanubandha. The mother and father may have enormous runanubandha, but on the other side, there is not much runanubandha. This is not just for psychological reasons. A child below 7.5 years of age doesn't suffer much, doesn't go through the turmoil physically. May suffer because of not being taken care of and, those kind of situations if they are there. I don't want to go into the detailed mechanics of what it is, but if you are over 42 years of age and you are a woman and you lost a parent, this is why in this culture, women are not required to do karmas. Karma is done for the dead, not so much for you. But if you're below 21 years of age, it's very, very important you do it because it's both for the dead and for you. It's very important for you because the person who died, whatever happens, happens. But your life can be in a constant turmoil because there is a physical memory which torments you at a different level. Even if you're mentally stable, emotionally very balanced, still there is a certain torment going within you. For this, there are yogic processes with which you can rejuvenate the system. There's a whole system of things to do. Here at the yoga center, we've kept it very alive. For people who lose their loved ones, we do certain processes so that the physical memory is taken away. Once the physical memory is taken away, the psychological suffering can be dealt with by the individual person much more easily. How to perform karmas and kriyas for dead if you are not able to physically do something? The simple thing is to go into a 3-day period of sadhana, because internally you can do this. Beyond a certain age, it is largely for the dead that we are doing it. But there is an element of that, it's not totally gone. Our bodies are never 100% free from the genetic process that we have received from our parentage. There is a way to be above that, but we are not absolutely free. Physical body functions in a certain way. So, just 3 days of withdrawal and a certain type of sadhana, if you don't know anything else, simply just do the Maha Mantra, Om Namah Shivaya intensely for 3 days as much as you can. A minimum of 4.5 hours a day if you do this, you don't have to really bother about that because it's also nice to withdraw, it's a sensitive time, but now deaths and funerals and what happens post-death is all become a social nonsense, that you have to have people at home, you have to serve them drink, you have to serve them food. This… in the Western countries it's become a big thing, even in India, certain kind of thing is building up. It's best that you just withdraw from society and nonsense and spend some private time. When somebody significant in your life passes away, it's important that you withdraw and do something with yourself rather than simply trying to run the social thing like a distraction. This social thing is People's way of handling their grief is, let's go to the movie, let's read a book, let's watch the television. Don't look for distractions. When there are troubles within us, we must address it head on. Don't look for distractions. Distraction is not a solution. There was a man in South India who wanted to pursue spiritual path. In India, pursuing spiritual path means it's an age-old habit. First thing is they will go off into the forest, looking for a cave to sit and meditate. So the man went off into the jungle. But of course, you position yourself close to your village because you need food. So he sat there and started mantra. Whenever he got hungry, he came to the village, begged some food, went back. And as night fell, he noticed there was a fox. Both his front legs were severed in some trap or something, it's gone. But still he is well-fed and healthy. Nature is not kind to any kind of incapability. If you lose your legs, you lose your life. But this fox has lost its legs but well-fed and healthy. He was surprised. But then he ignored and focused on his meditation. As night fell, he heard the roar of a lion, the growls of a lion coming. He forgot about his meditation and climbed a tree. He sat there, and to his amazement, the lion, a full-grown male lion, came with a piece of meat and brought it and dropped it in front of the fox and went away. The fox had his dinner. He couldn't believe this. A crippled fox is being fed by a ferocious lion. Hallelujah! This is a miracle. This is a message from the divine. What is it? What is it? What is it? And he was wondering. Next day evening again the lion came with a piece of meat, dropped it in front of the fox and went away. Now he thought, for sure God is sending a message to me. What is it? Then he interpreted it in his own way. He said, even a crippled fox in this forest is being fed by a lion. You fool, what are you going looking for food for? Just sit here, it'll come and fall in your mouth. So he simply sat. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, meditation became like this, 4th day like this. By 7th day, he was groaning between life and death. Another yogi was passing this way, he heard these sounds of a man dying. He came down and he asked, what happened to you? Why are you in this condition? He said, oh yogi, please tell me. A divine message came to me. I went by the message and I became like this. The yogi asked, what happened? He said, see, look there, there's a crippled fox. Every day that fox is being fed by a ferocious lion. Is this not God's message to me? Is this not a divine message? The yogi looked at him and said, definitely this is a divine message. But why is it that you chose to be like a crippled fox and not like a generous lion? So this is a choice that you have. Every moment of your life, whatever the nature of the situations that you face, are you a generous lion or are you a crippled fox constantly calculating how to get something out of something? That makes the difference. That makes who you are. You do not become who you are because of what you eat. You become who you are because of what you do, what you feel, what you think, and how you are within yourself, isn't it? See, you see right now, I'm sure even in Ahmedabad it's true, every city it is true, at 40 degrees centigrade, he's selling fruit. How much of it will be left? Even if the fruit is there, nothing is there in it because fruit is 90% water. There is substantial medical evidence to show you any food that you eat, its water content should be higher than your body's water content. You must eat water, not drink water. This campaign by water bottling companies in America especially, and it's gone everywhere, every day you must drink 3 liters of water, 4 liters of water. You will dilute your blood and suffer many things. Micronutrients won't reach your brain or various cells simply because you're overly diluted. And anyway, all you will do is you need bathrooms every kilometer. In America, there are more bathrooms than the population because drinking so much water, you have to go all the time. You must eat water, your food must have water content. You eat dry food and then drink water, it doesn't do the thing. Fruit has nearly 80 to 90% water, and that's why it's the best thing to consume. We have to bring it back into the nation's diet. As far back as many centuries or a millennia ago, people have noticed that we were eating a lot of fruit because we have the highest variety of fruits in this country. But most of the traditional fruits are gone. Most of the fruits you see in the market are from New Zealand or Australia or Thailand or somewhere. Traditional fruits are almost going out. I don't know what you call them, the local names, but there are so many varieties of tropical fruits in this country which are all vanishing. From the market it's vanished. The trees also I don't see them anywhere anymore, which were all common at one time. I'm not talking 500 years ago, I'm talking 50 years ago, this was all very, very common.
Continue your journey of self-discovery and consciousness expansion with us. Share this video to inspire others to join us on this journey of personal growth.